How's it going? 2 streams in one day. Holy shit. What are we doing? We're on the floor. We're on the floor. I've got all my mushroom supplies. Oh, you know what? It's time. It is time to do the next step in the process, which is blend the mycelium. Yep. That's what we're doing. We're doing it. I was like, you know what? It's time. And I want to document the process. So, yeah. It's like 10 p.m. at night. Right now is the time. Look at this. I've got my mycelium. You see this? You see all that white in there? That's mycelium. This is reishi mycelium, by the way. Yes, so edible mushroom, reishi mycelium. Look at her. She's so beautiful. She's growing very strongly. I'm not seeing any signs of contamination, which is good. I'm seeing a little bit of yellow. Just a tiny bit of yellow. And what that is that's mycelium piss. So that's what happens when the mycelium gets a little bit stressed out. Whether it be due to temperature or shock or whatever. So, yeah, usually a little bit of yellow is fine. So, but with mushrooms, and especially with reishi, for some reason it is very, it grows so rapidly that you have to act fast. And so that's why we're doing it now. Now, after I've showered, after I've come back from my yoga, yeah, and I'm wearing my pajamas. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. So I have all my materials here. I got my, okay, so I realized that doing this from the floor is not ideal, okay? But this is like the most closed room that I have in my house. It's the guest room. And I wanted to do it in the closet, but the closet doesn't have any outlets. So we've got an outlet right here. That's what we're doing. And I heard from another mushroom expert that he blended his mycelium, which I was like, okay, I guess you can do that. I've never blended mycelium before, to be honest, so this is going to be a very interesting experience. I have no idea what to expect. So, yeah, I mean, theoretically, blending the mycelium is going to introduce an absolutely insane amount of oxygen to the mycelium, so with oxygen comes contamination risk. But I've heard that reishi is a very hardy mushroom. I mean, like my experience with growing it last time was that I had absolutely no problems. It grew really, really fast. So yeah, I mean that's what we're doing. So I got my paper towels. Let me just I'm gonna dry off because I put isopropyl alcohol in these containers, and I thought it would just evaporate, but I guess not. I guess that's not how it works. So I'm just gonna dry it off with a paper towel. So yeah, the blending is not usually what you do when you're growing them. But since I'm doing it for a sculpture, I wanted to blend it so it'd have like a really more uniform texture. So that's kind of what we're going for. Oh Jesus, I really hope I don't. I feel like I'm inhaling all these fumes from the fucking isopropyl alcohol, and because the room doesn't have a ton of ventilation, do not try this at home, my friends. Do not try this at home. I think the fumes might be dangerous, if I'm being honest with you. But hopefully it's fine. Hopefully we're just having limited exposure. Okay, now I'm trying to be very careful because I want to stab myself with the fucking with the blender. So I'm just trying to dry it off because I don't want the alcohol to get in there. Okay, this is why we put down a towel. Oh, you got to put down a towel. Keep everything nice and clean. Keep everything nice and organized. Okay, put this here. I told you, 2026 is the year of action. We're doing it. We're doing stuff. And it may all fall to shit. It may not turn out. It may like have contamination, but you know what? That's okay, because at least we tried. Okay, there's alcohol on the bottom of this and it won't come out. I'm scared to push my fingers down there because I want to stab myself. Okay, that's just gonna have to, there's a tiny bit left. Hold on. There's a tiny bit left. Okay, just a little bit in there. Okay, very carefully rub across. Yep. All right. We're good. We're good. We got it. I think. Nope, there's still a little bit. Fuck. Okay, there's still a little bit left. Okay. I don't know why the paper towel is not absorbing it. Okay, that's just a shadow. That's not the liquid. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to use the residual. I'm going to use the residual alcohol just to rub my gloves off. Because I was going to sterilize my gloves too. But I haven't yet. I had a wipe somewhere. But this works fine. I'm sure it's fine. Again, the reishi is not as finicky as other mushroom types. So I think we should be okay. Now the person who I talked to, who blended it, he blended it and then he added like cement to it, which is actually crazy. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to be blending it just to see if it gives me a more uniform texture so I don't see the... I mean, what I'm mostly concerned about is seeing these... You see these oats in here? I'll put it up close. You see these oats? Look at this. It's so gnarly. So this is just the mycelium. And it's a very fine white network across the inside. So... what was I saying? I forgot. I got distracted by the mushroom. Okay. All right, we're going to open the bag. This is the hardest part because I'm always afraid that this is the part where you have to act. Otherwise, the contamination is going to... I'm always the contamination. It's the boogeyman. It's the boogeyman that you have to be afraid of. Let me clean off my scissors. So I'm going to cut the bag open. And then I'm going to hopefully I can fit everything into these two bowls. If not, we might have a problem. You know what? We're just going to roll with it. I'm just doing it. Okay. I think that's clean enough. Okay, here we go. Cutting it open. It hurts me. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. The air. Oh, she's so beautiful. Okay. Okay, I don't want to breathe on. Nobody breathe. Okay, everyone stop breathing. Okay. So I'm just to put this in the. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the bowl over here. Put it in the bowl. Can you guys see? Okay, you can see. I want to make sure everybody can see what's happening. You can see the bowl, right? Yeah, you can. I'm going to put everything in here. Oh, yes, and it smells very nice and mushroomy. It smells so good. It smells like mushrooms. Now, it's not fully colonized, but that's okay. I mean, it's like, the outside is all colonized, so that's all I'm really looking for. So... Here, just gonna dump that in there. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside, and then I'm gonna mix it a bit with my hands. Yeah, damaging the mycelium at this stage is not that big of a deal, I think. Obviously, because we're gonna be blending it, and it's actually very. Oh yeah, it just breaks apart like nothing. Oh my gosh, it actually. Oh wow, okay, this is not what I thought it would be like at all. It's very like. The grains are still very, very uniform. You can see. The grains are still like coming right apart. Oh, it's so satisfying actually to get in there with the grains. Now, I don't know what the blending is going to be like for this. Blending a solid with no liquid added, I don't know. But we're going to do it. We're going to try. But first I'm going to just make sure there's no clumps in here. Oh, I love it. Okay. Although part of me is just kind of panicking because I do not like the idea of exposing the mycelium to this much air. I really don't. But you know what? You can't, if you don't take any risks, then you never learn, right? So, okay. You know what? This is going to be way too much fucking, I need another bowl. This is going to be way too much. Look, the oats fill this bowl already. I've got to, oh no. Oh, I have way too many mushrooms. Anybody want some mushrooms? Anybody want, I've got some extra ones. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that's enough. Now we're just gonna put it in, I guess. Here we go. Okay, there's probably a better way to do that, but you know what? Whatever. Cool. I don't want to fill it all the way. Maybe like halfway. And then I guess I plug it in. Okay. What? I've never blended anything dry like this. Oh god. And blenders scare me, so this should be fun. Okay. Here we go. Should I turn it? I should turn the microphone off, right? Oh, but I don't want to take my glove off. I should turn off the microphone. You know what? I'm gonna turn off the microphone just for you. Just for you, I'll do it. I didn't dry the lid off. Hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna dry the lid off. Oh fuck. Okay. Dry the lid. Put the thing back on the thing. Okay. Put it like this. All right. Okay. I'm turning off the microphone just as I do the blending process that you can see very clearly. I'm sure. Okay. Does that work? No. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's blending kind of. You just have to shake it so it's moving around. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and look like a crazy person as maybe I should just put a be right back screen on, honestly. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep shaking the blender like a maniac. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I need to acquire a something I can stir this with. Yes, I need to be able to stir. I don't want to reach into the blender with my hand. I don't think that would be a good idea. So I'm gonna go get something to stir this with, and probably another bowl. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hold on, one sec. Okay, wait one sec. Yep, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I've acquired a very large. Here, I'll turn off my be right back screen. Oop, that worked. Okay. So, I've acquired a. Sorry, I screamed directly into the microphone. Sorry about that. I have acquired a much larger container and something to stir the oats with without reaching into the blender with my hand. So, I'm gonna sterilize shit. I'm gonna sterilize it. Yes, sterilize. Just gonna wipe this with a alcohol prep pad, and it's gonna touch the stuff directly. I probably could have gotten a longer instrument, but whatever, it's fine. Okay. This is all part of the process. We're documenting this. Okay, we're documenting it. I'm just mixing this up. Okay. All right. I mean, it's kind of blending. It's blending a lot more than I thought it would. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back on. So, I'm gonna mute myself. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think that's as much as I can do. There's still some oats remaining. This is not working like how I thought it. I mean, it is blending a lot, like most of it, but maybe I'll just have to be okay with that. I think I'll just have to be okay with there being, because you see, look, See, there's still some individual pieces. There's also there's a lot of like, I don't know, the texture is a bit different. So, yeah, you know what? I think we're going to be good with that. So let me put it in a bowl. I might need to, okay. Here. Let me get this glove back on. Although, yeah, I'm just going to get the glove back on. We're going to mix it together. I'm going to mix it with the wood. Maybe what I could do is I could do a batch of, okay, I think what I'm going to do is a batch of blended, a batch of non-blended. We're going to approach it scientifically and see, you know, like what's what. Okay, putting it in here. I'm going to put these in here. I'm going to reach in. We're going to see, and I especially want to see because I might use this technique in the future. Oh, I see what happened. It all got trapped at the bottom. That's why, because so it wasn't like cycling up anymore, or cycling down. The stuff wasn't coming down, because it was forming. There was a mat of blended oats at the bottom that was stuck. That's why it wasn't blending anymore. That's okay. It blended as much as it needed to be blended. The problem now is trying to get all the blended stuff out of the bottom. Okay. Come on. All right. Okay, what if I... It is really stuck down there. Okay. I don't want to reach in there with my finger again, but you know what? I'm going to have to. Fuck. Okay, I don't want to do that. Wait, if I unscrew it. Oh, yeah. Genius. Oh my god, genius tactics. I'm a genius. Okay. Put that there. Oops. Looks like there was some remaining alcohol in there. That'll just go in here and everything will be fine. Okay, cool. Alright, we cleaned off the bottom. Gotta be really careful with this blade because it's really sharp. Gonna push all the remaining mycelium in here. Cool. I'm gonna dry this off with a paper towel. Okay. Drying it off. Okay, I'm going to put the ring on. I think it went like that, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, how the frick does this go on? Ring on. Let's see, rubber ring side. Oh, okay. I put the ring on this side. Okay, I put it down like that. Okay, well, I'm gonna open this bag of, so this is just wood sawdust. I'm gonna mix it up with some sawdust because Reishi likes wood. So oh Jesus, this is way too much. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we're just gonna fill it up. Yep, that's about good. And now I'm just gonna mix it with my hands. And I think there should be enough liquid in here that it should be good for the mycelium. And because it's better to be on the drier end than on the wetter end, because you know when it's more wet, then you have more chance of contamination. But I'm really satisfied with the texture of this sawdust. Actually, yeah, I'm very satisfied with that because it It's like it's very fine. It's not too like wood chippy, which is what I was afraid of. Yeah, I love this. I think it's gonna look great in a sculpture. Yeah, it's actually way better than I could have anticipated. So you can, I just got them from, I think it was the North Spore. No, it wasn't the North Spore. It was Booming Acres, and I got all the materials from there. I got the spore syringe. I got the wood. I got the oats and the bag. It all came in bags. Like, they just make it really easy. Okay. All right. It's done. Now I don't want to pack it in. I just want to kind of I'm going to add just a little bit more, just cuz I've got a lot here. So I want to make sure that I'm utilizing the full potential of each of these bowls. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I don't want it to be like overflowing, because yeah, that's okay. So cool. That's done. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set that aside. I think I'm gonna take my gloves off and no, I don't need to take my gloves off. I'll just clean everything later. I'm gonna get a plastic wrap. So you want to put plastic wrap over it, because you really don't want that much oxygen coming into this. As I said, as I just barely blended it, you don't want that much oxygen going into it. But you know what? We are experimenting. We are trying shit out, and I'm very excited to check on this in the next couple days. So it should actually only take a couple days for stuff to start going. So, okay. All right. I think that's good. Yep. Okay. So that one's done. I'm gonna just put it aside. I'm gonna put it over here so you can enjoy. It's in the frame. Okay. This setup is really interesting. I don't know. We're doing art. It's an art project. Okay. Now let me put my I do look kind of deranged though, not gonna lie. Okay. But who doesn't? I mean, all the best people are mad, right? That's what they say. That's what the Mad Hatter says. So that's just me. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to do this in 3 batches, I think. So that's gonna be good for this batch, and then we're gonna do 2 more blending batches. Oh my goodness, hello. Oh, hi, Dom. Welcome to my floor. We're doing some activities, some mushroom growing activities. This is real gremlin hours right now. We are fully embodying the mushroom gremlin. No, I'm not brewing a phone. It does kind of look like it, doesn't it? So, okay, so basically what we're doing is we are blending these oats, which have been inoculated with reishi mycelium. It's for our mushroom sculpture. And I'm blending it so it has a better texture, and then I'm mixing it with wood so that it comes together and makes a mushroom. I do have a table. Okay, so here's the thing. I like sitting on the floor. No, okay, that's more like C. A is this room has minimal oxygen flow, so that's why I chose this room. And this room doesn't really have a table for me to. And the outlet's right here. So that's what that's the situation that we're, yeah. And honestly, it feels more deranged for me to be doing it from the floor. And if you know what, if you're gonna be a goblin mushroom grower gremlin, then you gotta just fully embrace it. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm gonna blend it. Um, Low oxygen vibes. Yep, low oxygen vibes. Exactly. Low oxygen. Okay. So I'm gonna blend it. So I gotta turn off the microphone for like a couple minutes while I blend it. But you get to see what the process looks like when I blend it. It's crazy. Okay, hold on. One sec. Okay, wait. I'm trying to mute myself. Hello? There. Okay. Okay. I look absolutely insane doing that, but you know what? We do it for the art. Okay. If I keep blending this, my blender is gonna start smoking, so I better stop. I think it just gets so compressed down there. That's why I'm shaking it back and forth because I have to keep. My blender is so shitty. It's not what I need is I need a food processor. But I don't have that. Like, why would I buy something that's almost the equivalent of this, except it's just wider. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's not really at the texture I would love, but I don't really have a choice. So we're just gonna work with this. We're gonna work with this. Hold on, I need to sterilize my other bowl. I'm gonna sterilize it really quick. Yeah. This is isopropyl alcohol. I'm just gonna like put it on a paper towel and like run it around the inside. So, all right, we're gonna run it around the inside and try not to inhale the fumes. Don't inhale the fumes. That's not good for you. Okay. And I want to let it evaporate for a second. By the way, I hope everyone's having a fantastic night or day or whatever it is. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing well. This is probably not as clean as it's supposed to be, but you know what? That's what we're doing. Okay. All right, that's clean. So now we're going to put in our oats into our giant bowl. Yep, and as I thought, it's all compressed down to the bottom. That's why it's having such a hard time. That's why it started smoking. Genuinely, I started smelling shit coming out of there. A normal day, just been reading a bit. Game with a friend soon. Oh, that sounds fun. Nice. What game are you gonna play? Or what game are you gonna play? Or what are you reading? I'm still reading Michael Pollan's book on consciousness. That's kind of my thing that I'm reading now, and it's been very interesting and very fun. Okay, I'm gonna unscrew it again. Gotta be careful when I unscrew this because I don't want to stab myself. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in there. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna blend a few more oats. Oh, and that reminds me, I wasn't gonna blend anymore. I was gonna leave one batch unblended, just to see, just to see how it would be different. Reading this book called All Things Are Full of God, like Western idealism. All things are full of God. I like that. That sounds like a very hopeful book. Does it have any new insights for you? Anything you didn't expect? I'm looking for books these days that defy my expectations. And for some reason, the more I read, the more I feel like, the more difficult I feel like it is to defy my expectations. But I'm still open. I'm still open to new stuff. Okay, I'm putting some more oats in here. However, I'm gonna leave some in here and just mix it with wood on its own. I'm just gonna have it. Remember, we're doing a control group to see if blending introduces, because I don't want to. If I ruined all of my stuff, that would really suck. Because this is like, I want to say $100 worth of supplies. So we do want to kind of be a bit careful about that. Okay, I'm just going to add a bit more wood to this. But I want to add most of the wood to this big pan. I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do with all this mushroom stuff. I guess I'll just make 10 million bricks. The thing is, I don't have time to make new molds out of clay. So I kind of just have to, I kind of just have to be okay with what I've got. Okay. That should be enough wood for this one. I don't want to add too much, because I want to save a lot of this wood for this other one. Okay. Alright, so control group done. Control group of non-blended oats finished. I'm going to have to shower again after this. I'm sweaty, dude. A lot of it I align with, but they have this idea in Western idealism that desire and intentions are a necessary part of reality, and you can kind of view all reality through that. That's a new idea to me, and it's been hard to think about. Yeah, because you seem to have a different idea about desire as like something to be avoided, right? That's my understanding. Or desire is something you need to break free from. But this is saying desire and intentions are a necessary part, and you can view reality through that. That's an interesting new insight, a new different way of looking at things. I love media that challenges my previous expectations, and challenges my worldview. Because I don't think I'll ever have a set worldview. I think I'll always be adding to it. I'll always be expanding. All right, gotta make sure this is stretched over the top. All right. Yep, that's good. Okay, the second one is done. We're gonna put all these in the closet, by the way, when I'm done with it. Okay, so put that one there. Now we're just gonna blend the rest of the oats, and then we'll be done. We'll clean everything up. I view craving more of a problem than desires and goal. Okay, so craving is more of a problem to you, not desire. Okay. That's fair. How does craving differ from desire? Craving, you have more of an attachment, right, to a result, and desire you don't. Am I remembering correctly? Okay, I do have to blend this, so I'm gonna have to mute my microphone for a second. So give me 1 second. Oh my God, my hands are so sweaty. Okay, this is a high intensity exercise. Okay, you ready to see me shake the blender like I'm an absolute maniac? Because that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna shake the blender. Here we go. Okay, I just want to respond to your comment before it disappears. In the Buddhist tradition, like, you meditate to notice intentions, and they are this very brief mental experience before action. So I've had experience of intentions feeling impersonal. But if you take a broader view, then why are intentions all over nature? Oh, why are intentions all over nature and seem to be a higher cause for other things to happen? If reality is the intention of God, then it makes sense that it would be important. Intentions to do things. Why are they all over nature? Are humans special in that? I don't know. I think my cat has intentions. I see her make decisions all the time, like with whether she'll pause and she'll look around, and I'll see her like actually make a decision, like it's almost like she's thinking about, do I go lay down over there or do I go lay down over there? And she's like weighing out her options. And I can see when an intention takes over her, and when you zone out sometimes, and you kind of almost lose the intention for a bit, of like, you lose the driver, you lose the person controlling this meat sack for a second, and then you snap out of it all of a sudden. You're like, and then you start doing stuff. I feel like cats do the same thing. I'm sure many animals do as well. Okay, I'm gonna keep blending this. I need to stretch out my legs. My legs have been compressed for far too long. Okay, we're stretching out our legs. And then we're gonna, I'm gonna blend it again. Because this is actually working out pretty well. I don't know what I did, but maybe it's because I added less. But this is, yeah, oh yeah, this is turning out really nice. So I'm just gonna need to blend it for like another minute or so, really, like not even that long. Okay, and then we'll be done with blending. We'll be done. Okay. Muting right now. Oops. Right now. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Dom says, I remember I was talking to Stan about ants having Buddha nature. He didn't like that. People don't tend to like that when you... I was talking about, on a stream a while ago, I was talking about plants having consciousness, and people didn't like that either. So people don't usually tend to... The thing is that humans and I'm not saying this to him specifically or anyone, I'm saying this in general. Humans have this intense need to be special. So that somehow we are special and like transcendent. We are transcending our nature and yada yada yada. I watched this interesting movie on Saturday called Eden, and it had Jude Law in it. Although Jude Law, he didn't have any teeth, so it was like Jude Law, but it was like, oof. Basically he was a writer who studied a lot of Nietzsche. Okay, so he studied a lot of Nietzsche and Nietzsche's ideas about beyond man and, evolved man or whatever. So it's like this guy who goes to this island. It's actually over in the Galapagos Islands, and he decides to like settle there with his partner and just rough it out there in the wild. And he's writing about all his philosophical whatever about finding himself and finding. It's like right before World War II, so it's based on a real story. So it happened right before World War II, and he's writing like, how can we transcend our nature? How can we find the meaning of life and the essence of humanity, etc. And he's like writing all this beautiful stuff, and people are reading it. And so people are reading it. Sorry, I'm going to spoil it slightly. People are reading it. They come to the island. And they're like, oh, I want to settle too. I want to be, fulfill our ultimate nature or whatever with you. You're so smart. And as soon as other people come out there, it's revealed like just how, because everybody wants to like escape the chaos of human institutions, and just everything's going wrong. It's especially like in Germany and in the Western world, things are brewing, right? World War II. So everybody wants to escape all the craziness of humanity to go live on this island. Turns out they bring the craziness of humanity with them. So that's kind of what the whole movie is about, is like exploring how like even a few people, like a handful of people, how they interact on this deserted island. Oh shit. Hold on. Wow, this is okay. Strong. Just screwed that on there. screwed it off. Hi, Toby. Sorry, Mommy's busy. I'm busy. Okay. We're putting that aside. We're pushing that out. The texture is really interesting. It's really spongy. I love the texture of mycelium. It just gives things a really spongy characteristic. Okay, that is a lot of oats. I didn't even get enough wood, honestly. Whatever. Okay, we're adding the rest of the wood. Adding all this wood in there. It's so fun to mix it up. Okay, this is my favorite part. You ready? I'm gonna mix it. It's easy to think animals must be lacking lots of stuff. Yeah. It's easy to think they're lacking stuff. I mean, they're obviously lacking certain human characteristics, but like they have characteristics that we don't also. I mean, you think about animals whose hearing capabilities are far greater than ours, or their visual capabilities are far greater than ours, right? They can see so many more colors than humans can. I mean, how do we know that that doesn't apply to their consciousness as well? I mean, because I think we've determined that like consciousness depends not only on the mind. Obviously, animals and insects and whatever, they have much simpler structures when it comes to a mind, if they have a brain at all. But what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, like, how do we know that their bodies don't have some interesting things, new things, and different things to add to consciousness? Did you hear about Descartes thinking animals are just machines and he tortured them? Oh, I did hear about that. In Michael Pollan's book, actually, he talked about that. That is terrible. Yeah, he thought they were automatons, and so he had no problem just dissecting them live, sorry, pronunciation error. Yeah, that really bothers me. But if that's genuinely what he felt, I mean, even though he was very wrong about that, even though the animals were like screaming and crying, oh God. Well, I'm glad man has come this far. We recognize. I mean, we're recognizing all the time different, like, you know, octopuses we're seeing in a different light. You know, octopuses we've granted consciousness to. Several other advanced species of animals we've decided are part of the conscious club. We've decided to let you into the club. Okay. All right. So that's done. Okay. We're done. We're done. We did it. I'm going to wrap this with plastic wrap. That took so fucking long. That's okay. It's all part of the process. Thank you for being here. It was really nice to have you here. By the way, I'm so sorry. It doesn't tell me when it runs ads or anything. So if you got hit with ads, I apologize. I have no idea when it's coming. So, but hopefully I'll be able to, I'm ending before the second round of ads. Let me just make sure I got this on tight. Oh, come on. Why is plastic wrap so freaking hard to work with? Okay. All right. Go on there. That's right. Go on there. Yay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically cover these with towels. And then I'm going to put them in my closet. And then I'm going to check them throughout the days and see what happens. I'm really scared, if I'm going to be honest with you, that we're going to have contamination. But, you know, Now I'm good. Thank you, Dom. It was a delight to have you here. Okay, yes, go game. I'm gonna end the stream anyway. So go have fun gaming. It was so nice to see you. And oh yes, I hope you read Michael Pollan's book too. I highly recommend. Okay, thank you, my friends, for joining me in my art project process, documentation process. Bye. I probably won't stream tomorrow. I won't stream tomorrow. So see you guys. Okay. Bye. I know, Toby. 1 second.